Hello everyone, it's Aiden here. Today I'm going to show you how we can integrate NETBOX devices with Zabbix host. In order to do this, I'm going to use a Flask API written in Python as a network. So let's get started. Something important we need to know is that here platforms is equal to templates, and also the sites is equal to the host groups of the devices. So now I want to create a device. So let's call it test 01. I want to select the device role in the device type. They don't really matter actually because they are not integrated. What matters here is the site and also the platform. So I'm going to choose here inside. I'm going to choose CTO01. Platform, I'm going to choose, I have these three templates. I want to choose Windows Server 2019. Okay, I want to create. Yeah, it's done. Also going to refresh this page and we're going to see this. This has the name equal the template, Windows Server, the host group, which is the site, the host group, which is the site. Yeah, it is. And what we can see here is that the interface. As we don't have any interface configured here right now at this moment. When we create it, it adds automatically an interface called a NETBOX Zabbix primary IP. Just to keep in mind that it needs to be updated, and it has this port and this DNS enabled. So we need to update this. But before this, I wanna create another device, but with not platform. The previous one was created with platform, so now let's check if it's working correctly. I'm gonna create this 02. 02, it's created, yeah. Open this, and as you can see, the template is here. It's known because it has no template. Whereas the platform is not platform, it's known, right? As well, we can see this interface. So this is the method create. Now let's move on with the method update. So let's change the site and also the platform, which is equal to change the host group and the templates in Zabbix host. I want to choose test 01. Okay, I'm gonna do it first. I wanna prove that this is updated. Okay, got this, respected, CTO1, and Windows Server 20, Windows Server 2619. So let's update it. Okay, let's say that we want to update to template 1, and the CTO is going to be CTO02. Okay, let's save it. Once you save it, I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, the API is working. I'm going to refresh again. And we can see that it has CTO02 template 1 as we expected here. Now there's no problem here. I want to change again to a CTO1. Save it. Okay. Reload. This in CTO1 is here. Good. So now it's going to configure the IPv4 and the interface. But for this example, I'm going to choose that test02. Edit. It's not edit actually, it's add components because it has nothing on an interface. Okay, let's add say E1. Okay, create another. Okay, we can't create because the type is not just. Let's create another. Just call it E2. Okay, let's create this. Okay, it's not just by default. Create it. Let's create it, and I'm gonna add an IP. Let's call it 1.1.1. This one, okay, just to track. This one medium I make, I won't enable this for this moment. And you will understand why I'm doing this. And this two. Okay, as well, I will make the primary IP. Great. Okay, I have two interfaces, so I'm expecting here two interfaces, but as you can see, it's not triggered. Why it's not triggered? Because this is another API, and I'm using the webhook just only for the devices, not for the interface or APIs or IP addresses. So I want to trigger this just by making this IP address the primary IP. So what we're going to do is just edit this device, this IP address. I'm going to enable this primary IP for the device RPM, save it, and now it's triggered. So I'm going to check this. I'm going to reload this. And you can see here, this is the test 02. And it added, this is the interface by default. You have to remove it manually. And it had it actually the one, which is this. One, and the one, what end and what two, it's not by default, just. So let's say that we're going to change this. I want the 2.2.2.2 as my primary IP. I want to edit this. I'm going to save it. Yeah, it's 2.2. I want to this. And as you can see, I remove the previous one and choose the 2.2 as default. In the majority of the scenarios where we already configure Zabbix and our host has some interface, host groups, and also templates, we don't want that NETBOX information erase all the information that we already got in Zabbix with the new information. We just want to replace what is needed, what is expected, right? So for doing this, we can see that the NETBOX device here is the same. It's not synchronized at all, right? We don't have the site, which is the host group. We don't have what else? The IPv4, the platform. I'm gonna refresh this, but we want to keep this DNS because we want to keep this DNS because we already have this IP right here in the interface, which is pretty complicated. So I'm gonna update this. Okay, let's trigger. I wanna say a description like something, or just keeping it blank. Okay, so you can see this will be added. They will be added in the Zabbix host. Save it. Loading. Okay, I think it's glitch. Oh, nothing happens in my notebooks. It appears. But if we refresh the Zabbix host, what we can see here is already have the Windows Server template. We already have the host group CTO01, and we save the DNS name from this, and we already saved the DNS name from 1.1. The remain is 2.2, which is our default host, our default interface. We wanted to change it. Let's say 1.1. Let's say CTO2. And the template would be template 1. Okay, let's save it to see what's going on. Okay, let's save it. These are the properties. And I want to refresh this. As you can see, nothing changed at all. The template changed, but this template, it was at first, wasn't erased. And also this host group. And if you want to remove this, you will have to do it manually. And also we can see that 1.1 is by default our interface. So that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to show you how to set up this integration. First, we need to go to this repo. I want to leave the link in the description. And we can see that it's well documented, have the functionalities, the tests, which are in other repos. The CPress, all our end-to-end testing, the architecture, and go to the quick start. It says that so others are equal, like platform with templates, site with host groups, and we need to set the webhooks in NETBOX pointing to the API route. Okay, first thing we need to clone this repo. So I'm gonna clone this. And we need to set variables, like, okay, set variables credentials with bean. For this, we need to provide NETBOX URL, the NETBOX token, Zabbix URL, and the Zabbix token. So I'm gonna get the NETBOX API token. So let's go to APIs. I'm gonna create one. Migration. Let's call it like this. Okay, let's create it. This is an error, probably. Okay, this is a key. It's not necessarily actually. Yeah, this is the API. I want to copy this. Go here and paste. So the URL for me is the same what I'm using. If you're using other AP address, you need to change it, right? IP address, you need to change it. So now let's go with Zabbix. Zabbix is the same, running the same server. And I'm gonna create a Zabbix AP. AP's token, API token, right? I need so let's call 1. Okay, I will set expiration dates. I'm gonna create it, I'm gonna copy it. Yeah, we have it. I want to add a description, the API, in case I forgot. Okay, and now I'm gonna edit this. The API token, I want to change it. And it's okay. Plus in D. Yep, it's correct. I want to save it. Save it, yeah. And once you save it, it says that we need to get built. Okay, to build the compose. So we're building, and then once it's built, what we need to do is hitting up this container. So if you want to edit the Docker report, you need to change this part of the code or the Docker compose. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys, it's like beam not boom. We need to edit this part, right? So I'm not doing this because I wanted to run that port, and I'm gonna do the main compose app. So it says that EL was scanning through screen. Okay, as you can see here, it's pointing that it's lot of a comma here. So I wanna edit and correct my credentials here. But okay, we run again. Need to be careful about this. Okay, that's good. Now what we're gonna do is go to set up our net ad webhooks. Right. I want to create some webhooks here. Create post. Let's say create Flask. Say devices. They create. Okay, I want to paste my URL here. I want to make sure that it's not selected this part, SSL. Add another webhook. Okay. Delete Flask. Okay, and deletions. This is this is my IP node. You need to set your IP address and make sure that it's not selected. Okay, this URL already exists. Oh, sorry. So it can be create. It says that it's already set up. So I'm gonna create. When you copy this one, I'm gonna say it exists, which is weird. Probably it's about this. They already have it, right? Go on. Now that we have it, set our webhooks. I'm gonna go to match these ones, which is the platform name with the template name, sites with the host group's name. So let's go. I'm gonna call it site test. The same name I will put in the NETBOX. So host groups. Now I'm gonna set up the platform. and call it platform test. Templates. Create a new template. Call it this and choose the house group, whatever. Just for a test. Already exists. So see if it already exists. Say good. If it already exists. Okay, I think I already have it. Let's say yeah, I already have it. There's no need to create for me. You don't have it, you need to create it. So now running this, yeah, it's up. So what we're gonna do here is test it. So I'm gonna create a device quickly. Create a device. Let's say test. I'm gonna make sure that it's not in Zabbix. Holding the device type doesn't really matter. As I said, the site, I'm gonna choose a site test that I created, and the platform as well. Platform test. Okay, just to check, I'm gonna create. Yeah, it is created. Site test platform. Let's go. Let's see. Let's check. And it's working, as you can see. I want to change the name. Platform data, yeah. It's synchronized with the platform, the template, the host group that we created in NETBOX. 01. Let's change it. Update. And yeah, it updated. Updated on it. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. And this is the end of the video. I hope to see you again in another video.